Here we go, people. It's early in the morning where I'm at right now, but I thought, why not come on here and put out another round one fight. Today we got Dope Wreckage 512, and he's going up against Aksoy Mehmet. Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Are you listening? Ricky J. Sports.
All right, here we go, people. It's 6:45 where I'm at right now. And I thought, why not pop out a video for all you guys, man, to enjoy this awesome tournament. But before we get started in the tournament, holy cow, I got a story to tell you guys, man. It's story time with Big Daddy Ricky J. I was at McDonald's yesterday, and the key to my wife's heart is a BLT combo, man. She just loves her Mickey D's. And I was over there ordering my food, and this one lady had the ultimate freakout, man, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. She went up to the counter, and apparently they messed up her order. And she went up to the lady, and she's like, you know what? I ordered a Big Mac, and you gave me a quarter pounder with cheese. And the lady at the desk there, she's like, or at the counter, she's like, sorry, miss, I can't give you the Big Mac that you ordered because you ate pretty much the whole quarter pounder. And then the lady, I think she had some loose screws in her though, she's like, what do you mean? I didn't realize it was a quarter pounder till midway through my experience. And then the manager's like, I'm sorry, you can't eat pretty much the whole burger and then expect another one. And then she goes, I can't believe this. This is the worst customer service. I'm going to take this quarter pounder and pound it against the wall. So she took the patties, like, you know, the burger, what was left with it, opened it up, and then slammed it against the wall. And then at that point, they called the police, and it was just this huge scene. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Over a burger. You know, if I was working at Mickey D's, man, I would have just given her the Big Mac, and that would be that. But I understand where they're coming from. You can't eat pretty much the whole burger and then go back and say they messed up the order. But man, I was like, you know what, next time I should have just gone through the drive-thru. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that story, guys. But here we go. It is an ultimate matchup, and again, like I said, people are sleeping in this household, man, right now, so it's almost like ASMR Ricky. Can't talk too loud. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens here. You don't know too much about these guys, and as I said in a previous video, that's what I love, to showcase the subscribers and to just allow everybody an opportunity to display their skills on this platform. So here we go. Dope Wreckage versus Aksoy, and this is the ultimate showdown. Remember this one? You know, the unfortunate thing about Chuck and Silva is that, you know, it happened, the showdown happened a little too late. You know, I believe that the axe murder was way over the hill when it happened, and same with Chuck. He was going down. He was on the downswing of his career. And if it happened the time when sorry, I can't even talk right now, but when Silva went into the octagon and called out Chuck Liddell, that would have been the best time. You guys remember that? The famous line. Do you know the famous line where he messed up? Let me know if you know what it is. But that would have been the opportune time for them to lock horns and fight, not when they fought in the UFC. And what was up with Silva not throwing any knees? That was his bread and butter. Oh, and speaking of bread and butter, oh, what combos by Mr. Dope Wreckage. What shots. And I like how he's just using boxing, man. He's throwing some great strikes, going with uppercuts and straights. And look at this. Aksoy. Nice. He can't get caught into this, though. That's my opinion. Dope just has better boxing. Oh, my God. Holy, isn't that the classic way that Silva gets knocked out? Just shut off. How many times has he been shut off, man? Holy smokes. What a crazy knockout. And he's talking in the background. Hopefully it doesn't distract you guys. But what a great job. You know, Aksoy he definitely needs to regroup here and try to switch up his game plan. So we're going to keep it right here. I'm very interested to see, you know, who they decide to go with. And the thing is, the different thing with this tournament is that it's not like the random fighter selection where you can just hit a button and then hope for the best. These are planned out matchups, man. These are planned out matchups that you gotta decide with your opponent. Figure out, you know, what matchups have happened in the past or have happened or are happening in the future, and set it up. So it looks like they're going with light heavyweight. And oh, we have a John Jones sighting. Come on, John Jones versus Chael. Is that gonna happen? I have a feeling it's gonna be Gustafsson. Oh yeah. Everybody loves that matchup, don't people? You know what I mean? That's a good matchup, though, in my opinion, just because Gustafsson's stand-up is better, in my opinion, than Jones is in this game. But as far as the complete package is concerned, Johnny Bones Jones has got it all, man. He's probably the best fighter in this game. Would you agree with that all around? I don't know. Some people may say good old Nick Diaz. Dealing with a good Nick Diaz player is rough, man. It's really, really rough. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if Aksoy can do something here. In my opinion, he got a little outclassed in that first fight. And let's see if he could bear down here. Nice. And Aksoy, what he needs to avoid is this fantastic striking by Dope Wreckage, man. And it looks like Dope's just having fun in there. He knows that he is the better fighter, man. But I'm hoping Aksoy could come up with a Cinderella story here. He can't be throwing those wild kicks from way out in center field, man. Oh, man. Did you guys see that catch by Kevin Pillar, man? Awesome catch just the other night. We lost him. I'm from Toronto, and we lost him. And he's up in San Francisco. Great catch. Climbed the wall in center field, waited for the ball, and then grabbed the ball. Awesome stuff. But nice takedown. No! Aksoy. What weird he had the position. Oh, and then he decides, you know what? Let's dump him down. Don't get up. Don't get up, brother. There you go. And this is fantastic for Aksoy, man. Much respect to him because he understands, man, that Dope has the better striking. But who has the better wrestling? Oh no! Aborts mission. Why? Oh no! And then decides to get up. See, I don't know, man. I don't agree with this. Poor Aksoy, man. If he only stuck with that game plan. Oh man, this is not looking good for him. You don't like, okay, Dope Wreckage has great stand-up. Come on, we could all agree with that. But like, what's his ground game like? And he had that opportunity to maybe exploit a hole in his game, and he was doing fine and decided to stand up and battle a guy that knocked him out cold and then is hurting him here. Oh my gosh, this hurts my heart, man. This hurts my heart because he had two opportunities of keeping it down on the mat, grinding out a victory maybe, and right here it's a human punching bag at this point. Oh, it's too bad, man. Let me know if you guys feel my pain. Oh no, no, don't do it. Unnecessary blows. And in my opinion, man, it's just a terrible game plan by Aksoy. It's too bad, man. It's really too bad. But anyway, guys, that's the fight. Congratulations to Dope Wreckage. What great stand-up, brother. Holy smokes. And I just want to say, Dope Wreckage, it's nice. It was nice emailing him back and forth, man. Yeah, he's a cool guy, man. I hope he goes far in the tournament. And thank you, Aksoy, for taking part in this one. And just to throw you guys off, guys, I always put a video at the end of these fight videos just so to throw you guys off, because if I don't add a video at the end, you guys will know who the winner is by just looking at the timeline of the video. So I'm gonna take you back 10 years ago and show you an old retro review that I did on my old channel. Alright guys, enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts on this fight and the retro review. Enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one, man. This is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports. I love you guys. I love you guys. Yeah, you like that. And don't forget, man, you are awesome. Enjoy.
we go, boys. Another episode of Games We Love. Now, before we start this review, I'm gonna get you guys to go back into my time machine. As you see my time machine over there. I'm gonna take you back in time where we used to all collect little turtles for our aquariums, you know, and we used to love these little turtles that they would run around, you know, we'd race them upstairs, you know, when we were kids. But this little turtle infatuation that we had ended up becoming that because of this arcade game called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Arcade. And that's what I'm gonna review for you guys today. A wonderful game. Word of warning though for this video, guys, I got my kids to play with me since it is a 4-player game. You can play with the 4 turtles, Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo, and Michelangelo. And you know, right in the get-go, my kids were going buck wild once I told them about the unlimited quarters that you could put in the game. They just really were ramping up the quarter intake. And I have to let you know, my little pest of a son is Michelangelo. As you see, he got the most quarters until I started screaming. And then we started up the game. As you see here, there's a fire and everybody's going to find April. With this game, I have to let you guys know, it's the ultimate button masher of a game. You know, you play this game, you don't really need to know the ins and the outs. You just go crazy with your family or friends, and you just button mash your way. There's only 2 buttons, just like in the arcade. There's the jump button, and then there's the attack button. You push it at the same time, and your turtle does a super move. But as you can see, my kids here and I going crazy, you know. The wife really got upset at me that we were going nuts, you know, especially when she's trying to read, you know. But that's another story. I'm not going to talk about my wife on this one, guys. We're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This game is actually really intense. Right in the get-go, exciting action, as you see here. Me and the kids just going nuts. And there's no downtime in the game. You're gonna fight massive amounts of these little bad guys, of Shredder's little bad guys there, and you gotta go crazy, and you gotta push the buttons as fast as you can. The one thing that I do say though is stick together, you know. That's one thing, especially when you're in groups. I tell my kids, and you go trick or treat, and you better stick together, just like in this game. Sorry, it's not really the greatest analogy, but you can stick together. You can also shoot those little parking meter sticks there. You hit them and they go flying, just like they're on like some sort of conveyor belt or something. But you can go and mob about 2 or 3 guys at one time. As the action impacts here, the lighter the color for me, I think the harder the ninjas are on the other side. As you see, these little yellowish orange guys, they're pretty tough. But if you stick to the theme, what is it? Say it out loud if you have to. Sticking together. Remember, also, don't go into the sewers as you lose power, which is kind of weird since the Ninja Turtles base is in a sewer, but if you go in there, you kind of lose a little bit of power. Once again, there's no surprise here that getting your pizza, you get more of your power back, and that's one thing that's great, you know. And then the worst thing is, when we were playing this, my daughter saw pizza, and she goes, "Dad, let's make Delisio pizza." And I'm like, "Leave me alone, we're trying to play some games." After every level, there is a boss, though, as you see here. I can't remember this guy's name. Is it Bebop or what? Rocksteady? I don't know what. Or is that just a bad album from the 60s? Who knows? Anyway, we're going crazy. I was telling my kids, I'm like, just jump on them like a swarm of bees on a beehive, and we got him. This guy does pretty tough, though, as he's kind of going after you when you get a chance, but it's actually fun. There goes my daughter going in there. I told her, don't go into that sewer, and she keeps on going in there. I'm like, get out of there, you're wasting quarters. And then my son reminded me that it's only for fun, and you know what, he's right. But when you play a game, it's pretty intense. Anyway, let me get back to the action here. You know you're doing damage on the boss when he starts changing color. He starts turning red, just how I turn red when I get upset, but he starts turning different colors. Once he gets to a color that's really dark, he's done. You go back into the sewer, which is kind of like counterproductive, because if you try going in there earlier, you lose power. Anyway, fast forwarding right to the end here, boys, you face Shredder at the end. Apologize for the quality of video here, but I'm running out of disk space. When you beat on Shredder and his buddy, It's chaos. Here's the ending of the game right here, and I'm gonna read it to you. The explosion goes, you think you beat Shredder, but there is an open ending, which is kind of good because it leaves it in tune for the Turtles in Time arcade. But it says, freak the Foots, mangled the Mousers, and totaled the Technodrome. That's turtle power. Oh yeah, it is. But what about the sorry about that. But what about the Shredder and Krang? Who knows? I don't even know who these people are. Burnt to toast? Who knows? Vaporized milkshake or escape the Dimension X? Until we know, none of us can sleep safely in our beds. Shells. I like how it leaves that open ending because it's great for the fans of the Ninja Turtles. You know, I always love these Ninja Turtle games. The arcade game, not much strategy, but once again, if you're with your family, especially if you have young kids, it is a lot of fun to play. The Nintendo arcades weren't as good, but the Nintendo Adventure games were actually not bad. But I remember that Nintendo game was very tough. But anyway, this is another review that's done. Sorry for being kind of a motor mouth this round, but I had to really pump out this video since I haven't really been doing videos on a consistent basis. But I'll be trying to get more out. You know, I really enjoyed, actually, all joking aside, playing this game with my kids, but until the ending where my wife was screaming at me because I was yelling at them for not pulling their weight. So if you notice at the end of the game, it's just one player, which is me. You know, they had to go outside and help my wife there. But anyway, I gotta go, guys, and thanks a lot, and keep on playing your games.